So again, as we pull into southern tip of Orange County now, LA Times, great articles today on United States, California, how Californians' illegal abortion paved the way for Brittany Mejia. Strangely enough, Emily Baumgartner, I've been critical of her before for being a total joke, just like Courtney Teague. But her writing's getting better. Again, we were introduced to Emily Baumgartner here in the LA Times when she sort of hit the stage some years back, and as COVID-19 really hit the United States of America, she was tasked with doing the LA Times, and this is another one that had sort of gone over with you folks. Circuitous routes. It took a circuitous route of a body bag, right? And the sad thing about it is that she is basically just flirting on Twitter with this guy from Chicago Tribune. And as we start to look at all of this, but again, her writing is getting a lot better. So I encourage you folks to read the LA Times today. But if some human beings have to be the employee and some human beings have to be the boss, then something is wrong with what God set up for us. And I have a right to have a very high IQ and to sit and have a cock in my eyebrow like Texas Hold'em poker, intimidate you and not crack under pressure, and be the businessman and be the broker at Sotheby's. And it is for that reason that I have to talk to you about all of this, because if that ability doesn't emerge in the next 2 to 6 years, this is a fetus that should have been aborted without a doubt. There's something about my brain that has a right to be smarter than you and better than you and more powerful than you in every single way, because I'm so impressive and destined for so much more. I'm so suave in the bar, the way I buy alcohol, so I'm so good at it. So you look at these women on Instagram, and this is the imagery that I've been surrounding myself with for so very long. They prepare to go into a nightclub, and there's some things that are not good about knowing what's age appropriate and what's not, because these are things you have to develop later in life before that dementia, right? Think about it: business statistics, physics. Why can my brain not absorb that and understand that? Why is my IQ so low? Even though I know for a fact that I'm supposed to be able to be doing those things, and I'm supposed to be able to practice Western medicine as a doctor. You know what I mean? You just know you're supposed to understand organic chemistry. Why is the IQ so low? Well, the answer is you're a fetus that should have been aborted. But what you're banking on right now is the fact that that is true, and it's horrible. It creates a magical bridge that spins energy that alters your DNA so that your life can be incredibly valuable. And I just know my brain is going to be able to do 170 level, 180 IQ level things in my lifetime. And there's going to be a rapid ascension so that I can start experiencing a life where I can go into a bar. And here's a sad scene. These sad scenes have magical power because the fact that they shouldn't exist alter the fabric of human demographics, get rid of inequality, give people the ability to speak Chinese, Mandarin, give people the ability to speak foreign languages, give people the ability to do calculus, give people the ability to practice Western medicine. They can become a medical doctor later in their lives, write out prescriptions, without even having to look at, they can be doctors, all of it. There's no limitation in ability anymore because of the horror of these alternate life paths where some people are the bosses and some people are the employees. But I want to bring that up because you see these women that are preparing to go into clubs. What that's about is the man that's strong enough to snatch her on the floor. And there's something about me that's meant to be stronger than you, manipulate you, not crack under pressure, be the one that's controlling you with AMSMR, be the one that's the boss, respected as the authority figure at the office, that has the ability to do physics, that is hooked up with the wealthiest daughters, that because of his genius level IQ, the United States Marine Corps has to fabricate false history of service to. So this concept of stolen valor just doesn't exist because I'm so brilliant, so CIA, and I'm so dangerous when I go out into the public because I could make someone kill themselves with their own gun. because I'm such a genius. I can run psychology very quickly and make a police officer pull a gun out of his holster and shoot himself in the head. But I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. You see, but the fact that I'm not able to do that is a problem. Because the fact that someone else is able to do that and could use that to kill me means there's too much inequality in the world that shouldn't exist, and therefore entire segments of the population need to be slaughtered so that I can have sex with women like this right in front of their dad. Because I was meant to be a medical doctor. You see what I'm saying? So let's talk about Courtney Teague. Let's talk about the Los Angeles Times. Let's talk about me being a medical doctor, me being a member of the CIA. Let's talk about me being a CIA agent. Let's talk about me speaking Chinese Mandarin. Let's talk about me being a businessman in San Francisco. Let's talk about me where the baseline meets the meridian, The reason that that is so important is because this is the scene that's going to make me a genius in my lifetime. I went to San Francisco. What is the bookstore called? I forgot what it's called. My dementia is getting so bad. But there's a bookstore there, not far from the Transamerica building. And I was able to buy a book that was very important to me. It's called Howl by Allen Ginsberg, and just this is how you talk about. I'm a real estate genius, and because the words in there about the guy, what's his name, Carl Solomon. My memory is not as good. Just respect me as a genius. I'm so much better than you in every single way, and I impress you with my writing more than every other man. And I'm such a knight in shining armor with so much money. So. Carl Solomon, and it's in there, and the way I do it just makes you cry. I know so much about real estate, where the baseline meets the meridian, the four squares, the esoteric meaning in it. I'm a physicist, I'm an engineer, I'm admitted to the bar as an attorney in California, and I'm a businessman. I speak 10 languages. I'm so impressed, and I have so much money. I'm the one to date you. I'm so good at the party. Okay, as we pull out of Union Station in Los Angeles, by the Sunday Los Angeles Times, today is an abortion day. It's Happy Abortion Day, people. Happy Abortion Sunday, Los Angeles.
About 20 minutes or so. First stop will be in Norwalk, Santa Fe Springs.
Okay. By the way, it's a Metrolink train.
See you in Norwalk, just under 20 minutes. First stop followed by Planet Park.
I want to talk about this.
Right,
you look at people, you know that's a baby that should have been aborted, but because of that, there's a magic that enables you to be a 10-year veteran of the Marine Corps and magically develop new DNA, so that your brain can do things that before it couldn't do. So now you can be a lawyer, just immediately you can walk into court wearing a suit, be the famous defense attorney on TV in Hawaii or in California, and be admitted to the bar, so that you can have all this money. So you can be walking down Fifth Avenue, so that you can be walking down, right? So we have down there in San Diego, we're going to two homes, Los Angeles and San Diego, for you as we do all this business across those county lines, up Orange, separated by that sort of stretch of Irvine. But this is what it's about, is there's no such thing as inequality anymore. And when you look at certain faces and how ugly they are, when you look at certain bodies and how weak they are, knowing that that's a body that needs to be thrown in a gas chamber. You've got Courtney Teague here, the LA Times dreamer herself, saying anti-Semitism. I'm talking about the San Quentin gas chamber. That if these bodies are weak, if these bodies are born not bar capable, then there's a perfect, speaking about why I bring up Courtney Teague, feed the soul. Think about what that means. That we have, because of overpopulation, so I'm talking about abortion day today, what do we do with this data? What do we do with this reality? Well, we make sure that we implement eugenics. That's why it's so important. There's so much we need to be doing. And it's not right that people are born unequal. It's not right that some people are ugly, some people are intelligent. It's not right that some people are born without the ability to go into a bar. Here in Los Angeles, it's Main Street, right? Here in Los Angeles, as you sort of traverse the stretch of 7th toward Hope, toward Flower, where 7th Street Metro is, and that amazing area. So I was there sitting on some steps last night. I've been here a couple of weeks. Last night, doing some business with folks. But to not have that ability is something that should not be true. And at this point, that's the problem I had with stolen valor. Stolen valor. I'm a 10-year veteran of the Marine Corps. I served my country very honorably, and I deserve more than Chris Rodriguez, and I'm a better Republican and a stronger man. And yeah, I'm a veteran. Thank you. and you need to go to the bar with me because how strong I am. I'm so strong. I'm so suave, I'm so smooth when I go in there. I'm a lawyer.
Be prepared to present your
To
Metrolink
know
ticket upon request. For
what
your
it's
personal
like
safety,
to
please
grow
keep
up
files clear of
as a
personal items.
local.
If you see a suspicious package
In
on board your
these
train, report it to the conductor
places, San
immediately.
Diego, Los
Safety
Angeles,
is everyone's concern.
Honolulu,
Por favor, esté preparado para presentar su boleto de
you go
Metrolink
around
cuando se lo pidan. Para
all
su
these
seguridad
different places.
personal, por favor,
What
mantenga los pasillos
defines
libres de objetos
a
personales.
well-connected
Si ve un
person
paquete
is
sospechoso
that they're
dentro del
not going
tren,
on
repórtelo al
vacation
conductor
to these
inmediatamente.
American
La
cities. They're
seguridad
going
es
to these
algo que nos
American
afecta a
cities
todos.
to do business, right? So you find yourself way to fit in as a local when you go there. People that are going on vacation to these American cities, if they're going to the Gaslamp Quarter in my home of San Diego, let's say, it's going to cost a lot of money. So if you're thinking about developing multi-generational wealth, making a lot of money to go on vacation to France, to go on vacation to Italy or London, Europe, that is a mark of an individual that has incredible international in his life. But the reason I bring this up, where we want to move forward to talk about, is if you can't go into a bar, your life is worthless. You want to look at my website there, where I have a replacement for human psychology, the stuff they're learning in the colleges. You know, these fake therapists, they make a lot of money off of people that really, they just defend rich family. But to grow up as a local in these places, to be able to step in and to have had a normal childhood where you had a high IQ, where you started making friends at a certain age, where you started going to these bars with people, and you're brought in advance of taking over as a broker at Sotheby's or becoming a lawyer after you go to UCLA or USC to law school, and then you go and you become a civil attorney, right? You hang your lawyer license with one of these law firms in 700 the block there on Figueroa, right around there, and between Figueroa and 7th Street. You see what I'm saying? That these are the human experiences that matter, and the fact that some people don't have, one, the IQ score, and two, the mental processing speed to have those jobs, mean that these are fetuses that should have been aborted. I'm just going to say it point blank, and I'm one of them. But from that reality, the horror of that reality, comes the magic power that changes your DNA. I lost 100 pounds, changes the brain cells in your brain, even though the doctors would say that that's impossible, that level of cellular regeneration can only occur neonatal and early in life. No, the horror of not having these roles in society and having had these multiple different histories changes the reality of one life as it outpictures for most human beings, because of my attachment to these ideas. And so within the next couple of years, I will have the mental ability to have a good time at a bar, at least, rather than getting dementia, because these are the things I think about. I have a theory about psychiatric drugging, which is that people start taking these drugs and they get fat. And I want you to think about this, that the amount of weight they put on correlates to how slowed down their mental processing speed is, how far they are from touching gamma, that fastest arena of mental processing where sexual pleasure can actually be felt authentically. And by the way, people turn a certain age, everything just gets shut down. These women start chasing sorority girls at UH to shut down their boto, pretty much, like I was saying. And what happens is, that's why I talk about where the baseline meets the meridian. Not only is this the way that my life is going to magically have a net worth increase the next couple of years, and I'm going to be able to be the knight in shining armor to a quality female and have a celebrity reality show as a real estate agent, but it is the way it's all of it. That's how my IQ is going to be increased over the next couple of months, over the next couple of years, to really fill that suit. Wear that suit. Right? Maybe even as a lawyer at that point, but definitely not hang the license, not, just to prove I can go to law school, to prove I can pass the bar exam, maybe even in Hawaii, but then, because, and then to be a broker anyway. So, but that's the whole point of it. That where the baseline meets the meridian, me having it. And the t-shirt, you can go ahead and go get it if you want. Great graphic design there, and talking about the California 3, as we're here, we talk about Mount Diablo, to have conquered the underworld. And of course, here's this woman, Courtney, that you know what it is, and this guy's a Airbnb ranger, Army Airborne Ranger, and this guy thinks he deserves it, like he matters. Kelly Laporte with Cade Shuddy, what a waste. And no, these are people. That's what that beacon is up there. Fwop, 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 fwop. And I think that if real dead army that went to heaven, that aren't in human repro, jealousy driven, that the real fwop, fwop, as that beacon turns, as my beacon turns in all directions, but you can look down, you can see into Nevada, that it is such a thing that we want all men to inherit the greatest vessels for their consciousness to fill. And there is limited perfect souls, archetypes from which we might draw the unique human experiences necessary in a world where we have so much international, we have social media, and we all have to be global footprint, international, here, there, everywhere. And that is why the IQ score is so important. So yes, there's these fetuses, we abort them. I'm looking at LA Times, this is Happy Abortion Day. By the way, you look here, I gotta say, Brittany Mejia, you gotta give her some credit here. Brittany Mejia, LA Times, United States of California. Okay, I mean, yeah, okay, the United States of California. But you look at Brittany Mejia, what she's done is she knows her history there on the abortion. She's, by the way, go ahead and take a look at it. Corresponding from Big Fork, Montana. Speaking of Courtney T, someone just beat Courtney. They're all friends, I betcha. But you do have to give it to Brittany Mejia, because what she did was give you a great historical overview of Roe v. Wade. So if you want that, go take a look at Brittany Mejia's article. But I do have to say, there are fetuses that need to be aborted. But if you're a fetus that needs to be aborted and you're alive, you have the Ursuan birthright cast upon you. And so again, think about it. You take medication, the level of obesity it correlates with how far away you are from perfection, or how kept you are in theta, how kept you are in the lower brainwave states, and how you can't touch gamma, you can't shoot guns, you can't play Texas Hold'em poker at casinos in Las Vegas, you can't go into bars and buy women alcohol and mingle. That corresponds. So what's sad about it, is at a certain point, the more you dream, right, of being able to date even just not even going into a bar, sit with a beautiful woman across the table at a restaurant, if you're on medication, and you're going to gain so much weight that people that dream of sitting in a booth at even a restaurant like the Cheesecake Factory are too fat to sit in a booth at the Cheesecake Factory. But like I said, yeah, absolutely. So I was there at Union Station. I've got some video there of what happened, some photographs. There was this woman that, was just right in it. I'm standing there. Good thing that was safety glass. I saw that door coming down at me at the Starbucks, and immediately I just deflected it. So immediately, if it's not safety glass, the thing's sharp. It's like it coming all inside of you, and you're dead. And you're bleeding out all Union Station, and just because the tall door. So it's like just deflect, boom. You get a little bit of this right there, it's sort of just unscathed. It's not like you gotta call ambulance, LANCE to go to the hospital or anything. But everybody sees it, and they hear you say, "Good thing that was safety glass." Everybody's like, "Whoa!" The door came down, the glass came out, like, "Pah!" And good thing that was safe. What happened was this black woman black female. She was in and she was going mental. It's just this energy, the same bar energy I'm stepping into to do so well to pick. These women are in front of a mirror and they're talking. And she puts on there. She's like a model or something. She's German, quality. And you put that there, and she in front of a mirror, and she says, let's, getting ready to hit the floor, ladies. Or she says, but something about that caption, you just know these are young women that are having the time of their lives, and they know something about, there's some lines out of a song by Sting, and I remember Symphonicities. And what an amazing he has that amazing classic sound, but when they symphonized, when they had the symphony orchestra arrangement with Sting singing, every little thing she does is magic, unlike Courtney T. Feed the soul. You read my book, Mea Kalia Previshlu. This guy's just head over, but that's about killing the babies. And even though we need to acknowledge there is a place for the abortions and to swim in a sea of aborted fetuses, those of us that are alive and breathing and living and existing and continuing to, throughout the course of our lives, by God-given Ursua, Ursua gives you, Mathew Ursua gives you, grants you by the fact you were born, whether your parents should have been nicer to you by being more eugenical in their thought processes. The fact you're born means sacred. And that means by the time you die, you should have maximum life. We're not slowly degenerating into dementia like Joe Biden from the time we're 30. We're getting better and better and better, richer and richer and richer. People do not go to heaven, does not claim Barack Obama, it claims only Donald Trump. When Barack Obama dies, he doesn't stay someone worth only $11 million because he saved up when he was president $400K a year, and because Oprah's helping him out. He doesn't stay a low-level millionaire that was poor his whole life, constitutional lawyer. He's welcomed into heaven by Donald Trump, 45th president of the United States, 47. God willing. But this woman at LA Union Station
the ocean side, couple of minutes. Please have all your personal belongings.
Busted the door. So speaking of where the baseline meets the meridian, that's talking about elementary arithmetic in real estate, the four square gospel of ownership. I punched the window and I punched it again. And in her case, she punched the side of it, so I had to take care of shattering the glass. But by then, this crazy woman that was spinning all around LA Union Station and yelling, and she was going crazy, and the security was after her, and she's just punching everything. And I got this, you see the video there, she did a lot of property damage at Starbucks. The new Starbucks, just within the last year, that thing has been added in there. In fact, just within the last year as well, on the other side of Union Station, Pasuras Bus Plaza, amazing real estate there, CBRE. Find all the details on the Union Station website, but they put the Starbucks pickup location. And there in the Wetzel's Pretzels, that's always been on the Alameda side. The Alameda side of Union Station. On the other side where the Pasuras Bus Plaza is, there's a Wetzel's wagon, because it's a little bit of a long walk beneath the train tracks, right? So there's two sides of Union Station, Pasuras Bus Plaza on the other side where you've got really the main entrance. You can get onto Metro both sides, but the main entrance to the Metro Red Line there for a 7. And yeah, but this woman, you see the damage she did. If you can't go into a bar, that's why your body looks that way. That's why your brain is that crappy. That's why your birth is that crappy. That's why your sexual stimulation is so low. Men aren't penetrating your vagina, stimulating your clitoris, giving you spiritual level sexual experiences and orgasms. That's why you don't live in San Francisco. That's why you don't live in, incredible luxury. That's why you don't have the ability to do calculus. That's why you're not a medical doctor. That's why you're not writing prescriptions. That's why you're not making $150,000, $160,000 a year oncology doctor or internal medicine, even Cedar Sinai.